Welcome to Websites Magazine's On the Road with Dante Monteverde. We're at the Online Media Marketing and Advertising Show in New York City, and we're joined today with Jackie Chu from theport.com. Jackie, why don't you tell us a little about theport.com and the value proposition to web enterprises?
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me here, Dante.
You're welcome.
And theport.com is a company that's been around since 1999. The CTO has been playing with XML and web services since then. We rolled out our full-service social media suite in early 2006. We currently have a little over 20 customers and over 60 deployments and counting. So in terms of the markets that we serve three different vertical industries. The first being the media industry, and that would include all the mainstream media that you can think of, radio, TV, magazines, newspapers. And the second would be nonprofits and associations, and the third would be sports leagues and sports teams. So the value proposition for each of these sectors are a little bit different. For the media industry, their websites tend to be more ad-driven, so therefore they're looking to deploy social media tools to engage their readers as well as drive traffic. So by deploying the Port's solution, they essentially can there's additional real estate to sell ads against, as well as a higher readership, higher reader engagement with their existing editorial content, as well as facilitating user-generated content, which of course drives page views, drives duration of stay, so on and so forth. With the nonprofits, it's a little bit different. They have an installed base of members, and for them, it's really more about retaining their members. Their existing members, and staying relevant to the new generation of potential members, i.e. the millennials, who have, of course, grown up with MySpace and Facebook and such. So for them, it's a strategy that's necessary, and it's part of their digital strategy. And we have partnerships with various technology providers who are active in that space in terms of our go-to-market strategy. The third would be sports leagues and teams, and that would be, for sports team, it's really all about fan base and ensuring that the owner is listening to the fans and cultivating brand loyalty to the team. So for that, we have a perfect example. The Atlanta Falcons has a regular website. They also have a fan community called Falcons Life that the Port powers. And for that, it's really all about driving brand engagement, brand loyalty to the team, enhancing the game day experience, and extending it to the web through community.
So is the Port then only for sites with some existing social features in place, or can it be useful to sites without any community management experience?
We look at social media and social strategy as having three components. There is social media strategy development, which should dovetail with the brand's existing digital strategy. There's the technology platform and tools to deploy and support the said strategy, and then there's execution. As we all know, if you build it, they don't always come. And so execution services would fall in the bucket of activities that relate to promotional events that drive traffic to the community. It would be other marketing type activities that would generate buzz and conversation amongst the members within the community. So to answer your question in a slightly different way, I'd say that the most successful deployment of social media tools are companies that have thought through strategy, that and have developed strategy that meets their business goals, and follow through with execution.
Okay. Well, you've told us a little about your existing clients. What are some of these inherent challenges you're faced when deploying these solutions?
I would say that it would stem towards that. You know, there's the hype around social media and social networking tends to go against us sometimes, because there are not every situation, not every scenario is appropriate for social media deployment. Not every corporate culture is appropriate, lends itself to the transparency and the two-way interaction and interactivity of social media. And so one of the things that we've run into is there's a big fear about there's a big need for UGC, for user-generated content. Everyone thinks that that's the holy grail. It is not. It needs, like everything else, it needs to be managed. And there needs to be policies and a culture in place internally within the client's company that lends itself to appropriately reacting and responding to the sometimes not so positive buzz that happens within their community. So moderation services, moderation policies are important, and that really falls within the communication regime, if you would.
Well, Jackie, thanks again for meeting with us. Is there anything else you want to add? Anything new in the works at theport.com?
Well, we have a community called theportonlocation.com that we just deployed this morning. As a matter of fact, it is a community that's going to follow the company to all the different shows and events that we go to, that we get either are exhibiting at or we are invited to speak at. And there are different public blogs for folks to basically comment about the conference sessions that they've attended and network with others that they've met at OMMA beyond OMMA.
Well, very nice, very nice. Jackie, thanks again for joining with us. That's going to wrap it up here at OMMA East in New York City. This is Dante Monteverde signing out. Until next time.